already been established for us to follow it. Amen. So now if faith is designed for us to follow it, he says, then faith come. So then faith come by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. He say now the only way faith can come is that you're listening. The only way faith can come is that you're hearing. Now, once faith starts coming, there's something should be coming in order for you to listen to, in order for you to actually be able to apply the faith. You got to know what you need to be listening at in order to apply it. So he says, so then faith come by hearing. So now I need to become a listener and not a talker. And if I listen well, I can follow well. He say then after you listen well, he say you got to know what you're listening to. So when faith come by hearing, hearing by the word of God, the only thing that's going to build my faith spiritually will be the word of God. Are you with me? So now I'm not telling you that you can't build your faith in stuff. I'm not telling you can't build your faith in things. I'm not telling you can't build your faith in people. But now, in order spiritually to grow, mature, where you be able to handle whatever come up against you, you have to build your faith in the Word. Amen? Are you with me? So watch this now. I want to give you the definition of faith because it'll help you better understand why I'm talking spiritual and I'm not talking about physical things, and I'm not talking about people, and I'm not talking about any substance or anything like that. I'm talking about something that you can't even see. If you can see it, it's not faith. If you can see it, you know you can get it. If you can't see it, you got to believe. And that's what I like about faith. Faith teaches me how to believe something even though I don't have something. Faith teaches me how to believe something even though the world say I can't have what I'm believing. Faith teaches me how to receive something because the thing I receive is what I'm believing God to give me. Amen? And so watch this, because now the term faith is defined as, faith means complete trust or confidence in someone or something. Now the someone should be God. The something should probably be a chair that you sat in today. You didn't know if the chair was broke while you were not here, but when you came in, you believed, you had faith that the chair was going to be able to hold you. Now it's crazy because you will have confidence, you will have complete trust, you would have faith in something you get ready to sit in, but you won't have faith in something that's holding you. Let me say that again. You will have faith in something that you're getting ready to sit in or sit on, but not have faith in someone who's holding you. Now, the Bible declares that God got the whole world in the palm of his hand. Now, he got the itty bitty baby. You remember the song, in his hand. But now, if he got us in his hand, the Bible also declares that the devil in hell can't pluck me out. Now, if the devil can't pluck me out, I'm trying to figure out, why am I worried about the storm that's around me if I'm still in God's hand? It's all right if the storm and the wind begin to blow, the waters begin to beat up against your ship. It's okay if you're going through some trouble and some trials and tribulation. It's all right if we don't have certain things. But now, if you're in God's hand, you ought to know the thing don't have you, God got you. Touch a neighbor and tell them, God got me. Look at a neighbor and tell them, God got me. Wink at a neighbor and tell them, God got me. So watch this, because if I'm walking by faith and not by sight, faith represents spirit and sight represents flesh. If I'm walking by faith and not by my flesh, then my spirit ought to see something that my flesh haven't received yet. But now if my spirit see it and I believe it, my flesh can receive it. So watch this now. He says that it's complete trust or confidence in someone or something. Now watch this. Part 2 of that would be, B clause of that, would be strong belief in God or in the doctrine of a religion based upon spiritual apprehension rather than proof. So I don't really need proof because I understand. When he talks about spiritual apprehension, he said, I understand. I grasp that no matter what I'm actually believing God for or or believing God in, he said, I will be able to receive that thing because I got complete trust in him, confidence in him, even though I don't have proof yet in my hand. So in other words, God said he's going to make me a millionaire. He's going to make me rich. I don't mean no harm, but I don't have to see the million to know I'm going to get it. I apprehend that no matter what I don't see in my hand, how many of y'all know it's on the way? I'm trying to talk to somebody here that's believing God for a check. I'm trying to talk to somebody that's believing God for a house. I'm trying to talk to, I wish I had somebody here. I'm trying to talk to somebody who believes in God for a husband, who believes in God for a wife, who believes in God for a bigger church, who believes in God for more members. I'm talking to somebody that want to believe God for a complete healing, that the sickness will never come back again. If I can believe and apprehend him spiritually because of his doctrine, then I may not have it right now, but I do know it's on the way. I wish I had. It's on the way. And as long as it's on the way, it really don't matter to me what nobody else got to say. It's on the way. I wish I had somebody that at least faith and say it's on the way. I wish I had just about 2 people that at least faith and tell God it's on the way. Your word told me I was going to get it. It's on the way. Just because I didn't buy the new suit yet, don't mean I'm not getting ready to get a deposit in my account that I didn't work for, that I'll be able to buy the next suit. Just because you don't have the car, the house right now, don't you damn think God don't have it on the way. He know what day he sent it out. He gonna let you receive it on the day you're supposed to have it, because it's on the way. It's on the way. So then if faith come by hearing and hearing by the word of God, I got to hear and believe in somebody.
That's it.
So he says, complete trust, confidence in someone or something. He says, strong belief in God, strong belief in God, or in the doctrine of a religion. Strong belief in God or in the doctrine of religion. He said you got to have strong belief. You can't be weak in faith. Not expect God to do it. If you're going to see God performing, you got to get stronger. You got to become wiser. You got to be better. You know the songwriter say much better. you got to start believing not what you can physically see. You got to start believing what God has spoken in your ear canal. You know what I found out? I found out that in the midst of all the words that we hear, we ain't ever saw them. Y'all thought about that? Amen. Out of all the words we have ever heard, we never saw the words that came out of our mouth. Come on. Y'all got to hear me. I wish I had. See, you mean to tell me that you telling me something out your mouth. I'm looking at you tell it to me, but now I'm not seeing what you're saying. So you wonder why Christian folk haven't caught it yet, because they can't see what you... If a person can see what you're saying, they'll grab it, they'll grasp it, they'll apprehend it. But since you can't see what I'm saying, you gotta catch what I'm saying. See, faith is something you gotta catch, not see. If you can catch it, you can have it. See, what I'm trying to tell you right now is in the spirit realm, when the words start coming out my mouth, if they fall on good ground and you catch it, then the good ground will cause something to be produced in your life. Are you with me? And so watch this now, because it blessed me when I begin to look at this thing, because now that I know that I got to put my belief in God or in his doctrine, which will be his word, then I know I now need to tell God, I got knowledge, I got wisdom of the thing, but now I need you to give me a better understanding of the thing. Now when I start understanding the thing, now I get better and wiser and stronger, because I now understand and I see what you're saying based on what I heard. See, if you can't see the words, eventually if you catch it, you're going to start seeing what I'm saying. Some folks still don't see what I'm saying. Why? Because they ain't believing what I'm believing. So watch this. Every now and then you need some folks to start believing what God is telling you to tell them. Amen. Are you with me? So now that takes us over now from Romans chapter 10 to Habakkuk chapter 2. So come go with me to Habakkuk chapter 2 and look at what God is saying in Habakkuk chapter 2. Now, in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse number 4, that's going to be our scripture that we focus on. But we're going to read verses 1 through 4 to help you to understand what God is saying to you. Now, watch this, because when you start seeing this thing, it's going to really bless you, because God is taking you somewhere. And I found out through these verses 1, 2, and 3, the reason why God haven't given to some people what he said he would give to them, because they ain't seeing nothing. Uh-oh. Oh my God. So watch this thing right here. In verse number 4, he says, now this is going to be the most critical part of the sermon. If you don't get nothing else, you do not want to bypass what I'm about to tell you in verse number 4. Verse number 4 of Habakkuk chapter 2 is the centerpiece of what faith is all about. Did you get it? In Habakkuk chapter 2, verse number 4. You don't want to miss this part. I don't miss everything else you want to miss. But you don't want to miss this part right here. Why? Because you didn't hear everybody else talk about everything else, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with the pastor. Please make sure y'all realize I'm not talking about a man of God, woman of God. I'm not talking about a preacher, prophet, evangelist, or apostle. I ain't talking about none of the part in the past and all them folks who declaring God word. I ain't got nothing to say about them, because number one, I ain't got time to worry about them, because I'm focusing on God. Watch this now. But now I want to give you something that you probably overlooked in verse number 4, chapter 2 of Habakkuk, because this is what it's going to take for us to understand what faith is really all about. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse number 4 says, behold, that word is translated into look. His soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He's talking about the pride of the Chaldeans. He says, but the just shall live by. You better look at that again, because that's what messed up my belief factor. One of the reasons why a whole lot of Christian folks don't have their stuff, because they didn't live by their own faith. But look at that scripture again, because when he showed me that one, I said, oh, so that's what I've been doing wrong. Oh, that's why the folk ain't came. Oh, that's why the folk ain't getting healed. Oh, that's why the folk ain't being delivered. Because, you know, we walk by faith, not by sight. But before you get to the New Testament, you got to deal with what he said in the Old Testament. Now, in the Old Testament, he said that the just shall live by his faith. But in the New Testament, everywhere you go, he said the just shall live by faith. Well, the Old Testament been concealed, the New Testament is revealed. What the Lord is saying here, before you can get to operate in faith or by faith, you got to understand, you got to do it according to his faith. One faith, one Lord, one baptism. Everything is connected to my God. So you want to circle his faith. Why? Because I've been trying to do this thing according to what I believe, when I don't have nothing to do with it. I just got to believe what he already said. Amen. Oh, you got to see this thing, man. You got to see this thing. Watch this here. Because he says when he said his soul which is lifted up, not up but behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Now, I don't have a whole lot of time to take you through all the history to help you to understand the problem that Habakkuk was having with God. When he asked God one thing, God did something totally different. But I do want to tell you this. Don't ask God a question if you don't want his answer. Because Habakkuk had asked God a question. God gave him an answer. He didn't like the answer God gave him, so he questioned God about his answer. But now, how do you question him about his answer when he's God? At the same time, God said, I'm going to show you how I won't let your pride and arrogance and ignorance stop me from blessing my people. Because if I get you to agree to what I said, he said, then whenever you get mad at how I do it, I can still do it because you agreed to it. So that's how God set us up. He said, now if you get saved, you can come to heaven. But what he didn't tell you that once you get saved, he's going to deliver you from some things. It's going to cause us some pain. We ain't going to like how to go when we go through the deliverance. He said, but because you agreed to get saved, now that you belong to me, you ain't got a choice but to get delivered. I don't really have to pray for you to be delivered at all. Because you belong to him, he will cause you to be delivered. Now that's what kind of God you talking about know how to set you up. See, because when I get saved, you don't forget now, I no longer belong to me. So if I don't belong to me, I belong to my master. My master can do what he got to do to me to make me get delivered. Y'all better say something up in here. Watch this thing right here. So now let's back up to verse number 1, 2, and 3, Habakkuk chapter 2. And I want to show you what God is talking about in these first 3 verses. And this is how he gets you to agree to something. And after he gets you to agree to something, that's when he dropping on you on how he going to answer you. He won't answer you until you come in agreement with what the word has already said. Once we come in agreement with what the word has already said, then he can chastise, then he can correct, then he can discipline. He chastises those whom he loves. Amen. He corrects them whenever we're wrong. But now he can't do that until we come in agreement with what he said. Once we come in agreement with what he said, he has the right to do whatever he want to do with me. So look at what he tells him in verse number 1 of chapter 2 of Habakkuk. He said, I will stand, he said, I will stand upon my watch. So now he's telling God, I'm going to start watching. He said, set me upon the tower. He said, now you place me where you need me at. Position me, God. He said, and we'll watch to see what he will say unto me. He said, I'm going to see what you're going to say. But yet now you can't see the words coming out of his mouth, but you're going to see what he's going to say. So that means you're going to catch what God getting ready to tell you to do. Watch it. But if you don't catch it, you'll never see it. Once you catch it, you see it. Once you see it, you believe it. Once you believe it, you receive it. Once you receive it, now God got you. I want to tell some of y'all, he got you. You didn't know that ministry is going to be all about this stuff right here that you've been experiencing. Oh, you didn't know walking for the Lord was going to take you through some hell sometime. Oh, you didn't know that once you accept God, that he'll sit there and let you have a good peace of mind for the first 6 months. And the next 6 months, he'll put on your mind some stuff that won't let you sleep sometime. Oh, you didn't know that after a year, he'll get you born again. And after he gets you born again, he say, you don't have to get dipped for the second time. But you got to know that you got to get dipped or you can stop tripping. See, what I like about God is that every now and then, the Lord will let me walk with him, but he won't tell me what's going to happen to me. But because I keep believing him, he keep on protecting me. And because he protect me, he keep watching over me. And now when I don't want to walk right, he calls me to walk right. And so he's blessing me over and over and over again. But he said, now you agree to be my son. You agree to be my daughter. You agree to come in my presence. You agree to be in my house. You agree to serve me upright. So now that you agree, you have no choice but to do it like I call you to do it. How many of y'all get mad when God be playing with you like that? And God said, you said you'll go if you have to go home by yourself. And then now the Lord put you in a situation that ain't nobody else around. Nobody want to answer their phone. Nobody want to go with you. And then the Lord said, do you remember? You said you'll go if you have to go all by yourself. Now you're mad at pastor. You're mad at the members because they wasn't there. Well, you don't want to open your mouth and told God that mess. Now God said, walk in it. He said, when you get to the other side, I'm going to tell you what my word says. When everybody else forsake you, he said, I told you I'm the only one that will never leave you. Nothing. I wish I had somebody that really understand that every now and then when folk leave you, he's right there when you're going through. Yeah, that's it. In fact, your neighbor tell him it's a faith walk. It's a faith walk. It's a faith walk. And so Hebrews chapter 2, verse number 4, help me to better understand that if I'm going to have faith, if I'm going to walk by faith, I got to stop walking in my faith. I got to walk by his faith. Because he said the just shall live by his faith, not by just faith. Amen. In the Old Testament tell you that, but the New Testament just tell you the just shall live by faith. But now in the Old Testament, God said you got to live by my faith. So now let me show you the agreement that God made with the people in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse number 1. He said, now you're standing there watching. I will stand upon the watch. I set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So now Habakkuk said, man, check this thing out. I'm on watch. He said, now if you're going to receive what your faith is believing God for, you got to stand God. You got to start watching. Why are you telling me that, Pastor? Because I believe some people that fell asleep. I believe Christian folk that fell asleep. Now, here's the catch. A lot of folks don't think we're sleeping because our eyes wide open. I'm going to show you how I know the church sleep. Because the church the church was once excited, and I'm talking about the Church of America, was once excited. Now they're just sitting down and they just waiting on when the man of God say, somebody give God a praise, and then you praise him. See, when you was awake and you wasn't sleeping, when you came into the house of God, you read the word last night, you said, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Now watch this. I tell you how the church sleeps, because when they come in, they used to be ready to pray. Now when church folk come to church, they trying to say, not today, I don't want to pray. But now when the church was alive, and the pastor said, I need somebody to pray, everybody hand went up at the same time. I pray, I pray, I pray, I pray. You know what I begin to think about? I begin to think about pop goes the weasel, and the weasel goes pop. Everybody hand went up, but now, because the church is in a comfortable state, nobody want to raise their hand for prayer. Why? Because they just fell asleep, even though their eyes open. See, when you walk by faith, you don't go to sleep. See, you can close your eyes, not be sleeping, walk by faith and say, God, send somebody to my house. I need a blessing. Next thing you know, with your eyes clear, but you ain't sleeping, somebody knock on the door and say, the Lord told me to give you this. But now watch this. Have you ever saw somebody whose eyes wide open and they're praying, but yet they're comfortable and they're really not walking in faith, and they're praying, God, send somebody to me, and the Lord don't send somebody to them? The Lord said, how can I send somebody to you when you really can't see what I'm saying? In order to see what God is saying, you got to catch it, and then you'll see it. Once you catch it, revelation comes. When revelation comes, restoration comes. He can restore what you're seeing, even though the cankerworm and the pommel worm and the caterpillar has eaten it up. He said, I'll restore everything that you lost, and no matter what ate it up, I'll give it back to you, and I'll destroy what ate it up. Verse number 2, come on, because Habakkuk said, I got a vision. And I want to tell somebody here that they fell asleep on your vision. That's why ain't nothing moving. Habakkuk said, I got a vision, but he said, I'm going to tell you why your stuff ain't coming, because you done fell asleep on your vision. Have anybody fell asleep on your vision? You used to be excited to do it, now you just do it when you feel it. You used to be excited to do it, now you do it every now and then. You used to be excited to do it, now somebody got to give you a word. I need a word, a word. God been sent you the word, but you just stopped doing the word. I wish somebody catch that. Over 2,000 years ago, he sent the word. And now we sitting here talking about, Lord, I'm coming to church because I need a word. You ain't coming up in here because you need a word. Matter of fact, you need to stop coming up in here because you got so much word in you, God waiting on you to teach him something. Because you just too much of Holy Ghost fear, fire baptized, tongue talkers, and Holy Ghost walker. When you start doing what you already know, God can take you where you got to go. Verse number 2, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse number 2. He said, and the Lord said, now I got to talk back to you since you're trying to act like you're dumb. You don't understand where I'm coming from. The Lord answered him. He said, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables that he may run that readed it. He said, now, in order for folks to go somewhere, in order for folks to follow you, in order for me to do some things with you, I need you to come in agreement. When you come in agreement, I need you to write some stuff down. What I like about God is he calls the prophet to write down what he was getting ready to agree about. You need to catch that. Reason why a whole lot of folk make a whole lot of folks keep their word, because you ain't telling them to write it down. Okay, I just lost you. Let me see if I can say it like this. The reason why most folk in the world today can't take folks to court is because they have not legalized the paper that they wanted somebody to write upon. But now, if you go to a notary and notarize the paper, you don't have to really have the judge when you're getting the paper notarized. You just got to get the person who got the license to notarize the paper. Then you can take the paper to the judge. The judge can't kick you out the courthouse. He got to read what's already been approved. God was telling Habakkuk right here, and now in order for me to make sure that you don't get in the way of me answering your question, he said, I'm going to have to legalize what you're going to write on paper. That's why the Bible is the best-selling book in America today, because he legalized it and put it in black and white. See, I'm telling y'all, whatever you put in black and white, don't you go by word of mouth. Somebody tell you, come over here, this is, and we'll give you this, we'll give you that. But then you get that and they say, well, I gave you this part, but I can't give you that part. But they didn't tell you that. They said they're going to give you this and they're going to give you that. If you legalize it, whatever's on paper, they got to give it to you. I'm going to tell you why the Christian folks losing their blessing, because you let the devil try to not legalize God's paperwork, and that's the devil trying to tell you what to do, and don't get you no stuff. And God said, why didn't you tell the devil put it on paper? What you mean, Pastor? I'm talking about them friends, them family members, them loved ones who promised you this and promised you that, and then they didn't put it on paper and get it legalized. If they legalize it, then you can go tell the judge, I'm bringing this on the court because they didn't give me what they told me. That's why some Christians ain't got their blessing, because God said you ain't put it on paper. I can't give you no man when you don't even know how he gonna look. I can't give you no woman if you don't know if she got a pocketbook. I can't bring your kids out of hell or jail if you ain't putting it on paper when you want them to come out. You gotta be specific with God. If you put it down on paper, write the vision, make it plain, and then go ahead on into your plan, then God said, I'll give it to you because it's my promise. Watch this thing here. Watch it. And say, now, I got other folks that want to read what you writing. He said, now I can make you a millionaire because of what you publishing. Yeah. Somebody you got to catch that. He said, I can't even make you a millionaire because you don't even know how to complete your vision. Now watch this. I want to tell you, there's a lot of church folk who don't know how to put it on paper. Y'all better hear me. And the pride of the church folk, because in verse 4 he talks about the pride of the Chaldean. The pride of the church folk is, if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to at least fake like I can. And I'm not going to let somebody think I can't do it, because if they think I can't do it, then they're going to shame me. Well, I really want to tell you, I don't care what you think about me. If I don't have the knowledge to do it, I'm coming to somebody who can do it. I don't have no pride, baby. If God told me I'm going to be a millionaire, but I got to write the vision to be able to be a millionaire, but I don't know how to complete the vision, but I know he told it to me, baby, let me tell you something. I'm going to come get the whole church. This is what I want to do. I can't put it in words. This is how I want to do it. I can't draw the picture. This is where I want it to be. I don't know where the location is. You better show me my direction. You better help me put it on paper. You better paint the picture for me, and I'm going to take it to the... No, I don't need you going with me. I just need you to help me to write it down. And I'm going to take the paper where it got to go, and I'm going to become the millionaire, and I'm going to break y'all a piece of my Kit Kat bar, and thank you for helping me. Somebody missed what I just said. You see the good part about it. If you catch what I said, if you give somebody a piece of a Kit Kat bar and they got a sweet tooth, at least you know you done broke them off something that actually helped their teeth that was sweet. You ain't got to give them the whole Kit Kat. That's why I got 4 lines on the Kit Kat. And now they got big Kit Kat now. What they call them, the big size, the big something. And now the little bar that was like that, now the bar is like this. So now you break it into 4 and then break one of the lines off, give them a half a piece of the long bar. They think they got something. But now watch this. What you think is a little bit to them, they say that's exactly what I needed. And so what I want to tell you, God want to give you the Kit Kat bar so you can share a piece of it, but don't be dumb and give all your Kit Kat away. But you got to come in agreement with what God say he getting ready to bless you with. Yeah. I'll be crazy to become a multi-millionaire and then give you $1 million of the multi. I'll be a fool. I'm going back to being a millionaire. I want to be a multi. I'm going to go ahead and just drop about 10, 20,000, you know, off the multi-millionaire status. And then when you get it, you'll be like, oh my God, that's what I needed to get started. Now I can take the 20 and make it 40, the 40 make it 80, the 80 make it 160. Now watch this, you on your way to be multi-millionaire, but you ain't got that first. You can't do it when you get home. Because see, I was walking by faith for so many years, but you only started walking by faith because you had a gift to help me in the moment that I needed it. So I can't bring you where I'm at. But I can't appreciate you for what you did. Hey, y'all with me? So tell your neighbor, say, you got to live by faith. But it has to be his faith. So watch this now. He said, write the vision. Now, when he told him to write the vision and make it plain, he said, now, once you write this vision, you come in agreement with what I told you. But watch verse number 3. He said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Now, I want to stop folks from walking in faith and who's not walking in faith and they want their stuff right now. It is an appointed time that once you write the vision down, that God will not give it to you until that set time he got in store. You can't write no vision down for no meat department and expect the meat department to come to pass today. Because it's going to take some time for the build and market. You got so many months that you're going to take the bill at the market. Then you got to pass inspection. Then you got to put all the stuff in it. And once you get the stuff in it, now you got to have the workers. Once you get the workers, now you got to know when you're going to do your grand opening. Once you do your grand opening, you got to know who you're going to call to be able to get the supplies so that you won't run out based upon how many folks you didn't actually told and how much advertising you done did. Now, once you do all of that stuff, you still got to have faith that all that stuff you done spend money on, somebody going to come by it. But the problem is we got folks who just not believe in God that the folk gonna come, and so because the people don't come on the first day of opening, you think you're gonna lose the product, baby. You got shelf life. Somebody say shelf life. See, you got shelf life on products that's fresh, and then you got shelf life on products that already got stuff in it that'll make it last a little bit longer. What you gonna spend your money on? Products that got a short shelf life or long shelf life? If you get the long shelf life, you gonna be able to see your money come back. If they don't come the first week, they come in within the first 90 days. Then you got some product got 180 days. So if they bypass the 90 days, I got 90 more days before they come. Before I have to get rid of the product and mark it down. See, I don't want to get to the markdown price. I want to be able to sell it at retail price so that when I put on the wholesale price, I can enjoy the benefit of the promises of the retail price. Now, just in case I got to mark it down, I at least want to sell enough at retail that the markdown won't even be a loss. It'll be a gain. But now you got to write your vision, make it plain. He said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. You might want to underline the appointed time. You ain't coming out of debt until a set time. Don't sit here and cry because you're still in debt. You ain't getting your husband until a set time, appointed time. Don't be sitting here getting mad because somebody got their husband. That's their boo, baby. You got to understand, that person been waiting for 40 years. You only been waiting for 4 days. So you want your boo because they got their boo, but they been waiting so long. God said, now it's time for you for to get a boo. You been waiting so long, I'm tired of seeing you alone. He said it's not good for a man to be alone. But some folks got happy because they thought man was lonely. No, but it wasn't good for a woman to be alone either. But when she got here, she was by herself until he told her, now that's your baby. You get that when you go home. Watch this thing right here. You got to do it by faith. So he said, it's appointed time. Tell your neighbor, it's appointed time. Tell them, I ain't going to stop acting crazy. I ain't going to stop lying. I ain't going to stop running until my appointed time. I ain't going to stop not coming to church until I reach my appointed time. Job said, all the days of my appointed time, I'll wait till my change comes. Job said, I had to wait till my change comes. He said, but I waited 22 years before my change came. The devil saw me in the room for 22 years before I told the Lord I'm coming to church because I love God. 22 years, that's a long time to be able to twist and roll and bag that thing up and drop it like it's hot. It takes some faith to be able to survive for 22 years in the streets and then don't want to come see Jesus at all. Amen? And when my mom was sitting, I still ain't get to know him. I made sure I did. Why? Because if you get to know him, he gonna change your life. He gonna mess up the business. You ain't gonna be able to go to a club and drop it like a hot when he get in your life. Every now and then, isn't anybody listen to me when you want to drop it or bang it up, the devil show up? God show up and tell you something. Not today. Don't you get mad? Don't you lying like because you in church? You know I ain't by myself now. You be sitting here when your car wanna flip places, it ought not be going. And you're golly, God, you had to bring up the Holy Ghost. I'm walking by faith, not by sight, but I ain't telling you that my sight don't want me to go someplace that my faith telling me don't go. Amen. Don't be trying to play me today up in here like I'm the only one up in here doing it. Baby, you know good and well I ain't dumb, not a long shot. Because I know already every now and then you still want to hear what Marvin got to say. Anybody know what Marvin I'm talking about? I bet you ain't Marvin South. The South ain't in the street, baby. Every now and then we don't hear what Marvin Gaye got to say. Amen. Every now and then you got to hear what Betty got to say. I ain't talking about my Richie in the second location. I'm talking about Betty that make you do wrong when she talking about her name Betty right. Everybody here? Don't play me now. Don't play me. Don't play me. Don't play me now. Anybody in here still trying to every now and then check out what Tupac saying he dead? Trying to see if Snoop Dogg still look like a dope preacher. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't play me now. Don't y'all play me because, see, I'm walking by faith, dog. If you play me, you know, the commercial shows Snoop Dogg transforming from his ugly self to a dog. I mean, yeah, come on now. Don't y'all fool me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Anybody try to act like Flavor Flav will put a clock around your neck and then the white women like you? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, but it's a point in time the favorite clock don't break. But it's appointed time. Touch your neighbor and say, I'm telling you, it's appointed time. But now watch this, because God messed me up when I looked at this part right here. He said, but at the end of the, let me see where I'm at, because I got a lot more scripture I got to give you. He said, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Now, because he got a set time for you, he said, when it comes down to the end of it, he said, it's going to talk to you and it won't lie to you. He said, when it starts talking, it's letting you know that you have the faith to make it come to pass. Are you with me? And verse 3 said, the next part of verse 3, he said, though it tarry, wait for it. Tell your neighbor, say, can you wait? Now watch, because the scripture sounds like it contradicts itself. Because he said it will tarry. I think that's what he said. Yeah. He said, though it tarry, wait for it. Tell another neighbor, say, wait for it. Next problem we got as believers when we're supposed to walk by faith and not by sight is our biggest issue is that we can't wait. Reason why we can't wait for it is because it's tarrying. It's lingering. It's staying in a set place. It's not coming when I want it. But now it still sounds like God contradicts himself right here. He said, because though it tarry, wait for it. He said, but it will surely come. He's telling me that it's going to come. But look at the closing part of this. He concludes with, it will not tarry. That don't sound like God is actually matching what he said right before that. Because first he tell me it tarry, though it tarry, wait for it. Then he come back and say it will not tarry. That don't sound right, do it? I mean, think about it. Let's think, come on. Though it tarry, and he comes back and say it will not tarry. What is God saying? See, though it tarry, though it's delayed, yeah, it will not tarry. It will not stay delayed.
That's right.
Though it's held up, it will not be held up. Somebody got to get it. Here we go. Let me see if I can catch somebody. Here we go. Look at me right quick. Though it is held up, I can look at it being held up because it's held up by something. Though he holds it up, he said, I still won't hold it up. He said, because if it's here and I'm holding it up, I'll make sure I get it to you without holding it up right here. I'll bring it over here. So even though I held it up right here, you still got it over there. That's why we're not tarrying. Are y'all with me? Even though it's tarrying right here because he's delaying it and he's holding it up. He's holding it up because it's not my time. Tell your neighbor it's not my season. I want to preach, but it's not my season. I want to pray, but it's not my season. I want to prophesy, but it's not my season. I want to sing, but it's not my season. I want to dance, but it's not my season. But now once it's my season, he won't hold me back no longer. He won't delay me no longer. When I come to church, somebody will say, feel like praying today? That's my season. Feel like preaching today? It's my season. Feel like singing today? It's my season. Feel like prophesying? It's my season. And don't get mad when folks hold you up. It's not time. But now when you know it's your time, you say, man, when I get to church today, I'm letting pastor know I feel like doing this thing today. And you get to church and pastor be like, hey, can you do this something? And you be like, pastor, I was going to ask you, man. You be like, God said, but I already knew. I wasn't holding you back today. Come on here. That's why the songwriter can shout, it's a new season. It's a new day. Fresh anointing coming my way. Season of power and prosperity. It's a new season. It's a new day. See, God was putting in my spirit today was going to be a day of refreshing. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know why he said it, but he said it's going to be a day of refreshing. Why refreshing? I'm talking about faith because he said your faith needs to be refreshed. Why? Because your faith went through enough trial, enough tribulation, enough temptation, enough adversary has come at you so many times. He said, I got to refresh your faith and let you know that the trying of your faith work in patience. Somebody about to get patient because you've been going through too much. Somebody about to get patient because the devil been fooling with you too long. God said, I'm about to this thing. Come on. I gotta get you. I gotta get you where I gotta go. So he said, surely, it will surely come. He said, it will not tarry. But now, come on, I got some more scriptures I want to walk with you with, because you understand what faith I'm talking about. So go to Matthew chapter 6. And you might want to write all this stuff down about faith. Matthew chapter 6. Because I'm telling you, when I started doing this thing on faith, it really blessed me, because then I started seeing what God was telling me he wanted to do. Matthew chapter 6. Amen. Verse number 30. So look at what he says right here in verse number 30. He said, wherefore, now watch this, because if there's a wherefore, there has to be a therefore. Therefore, wherefore God began to talk to me through his son Jesus. Look at what he began to encourage me by when he says it. He says, verse 30, wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, he says, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Now, there are several kinds of faith I want to talk to you about. Now, right here, you want to circle it, because in Habakkuk, we talk about his faith. Amen. God faith. In Matthew, we're going to talk about little faith. O ye of little faith. So you want to circle little faith. And this is the struggle that most people have whenever you hear folks say, what am I going to do when the Lord haven't given me what I've been praying for? It's because your faith is little. You need more faith. You need, what's the woman named Erica something? Erica, yeah, I was going to say the voodoo woman. What's her name? Erica. Yeah, I didn't want to see if somebody else knew it beside me. Hey, glory to God. And so I said, he said, so when I'm talking about Erica, the singer of the Christian stuff, they're talking about this stuff I like. Erica says, I need just a little more Jesus. What Erica was saying, she said, I was having a problem when I came up with this song, because my faith wasn't as strong as I needed to be. I had a little faith, but when I got this song, I recognized I need a little more Jesus. So now if I get a little more Jesus, I'll be all right. So watch this thing. He says, God so clothed the grass of the field. Now wait a minute. How do he clothe the grass of the field? How do you even think about clothing the grass of the field? The grass can't be clothed. Because when the grass come up, it starts as a blade and then it pops up and it becomes grass. You got to cut it down. When you cut it down, it's still grass, right? So how do he clothe the grass? It don't make sense, right? I mean, everybody can agree that it don't make sense, right? When you say it don't make sense, because you can't put clothes on grass. But he used the example of grass and talked about him clothing it in order for me to realize he's going to take care of me if I have just a little faith, right? But now watch it. God do clothe the grass. He don't put clothes on it. But the grass is green. So even though he don't put clothes on it, he put color on it. He put color on it that you can see that it got clothes on, so the grass won't be naked. You better say that's grass. Somebody trying to say, well, Pastor, color is not clothes. Okay, so since we're going to debate the matter, let me go ahead on and take you to Denzel Washington, the great debater. So we're going to debate a little bit deeper. Whenever you cut the grass that's been clothed, that's green, and the lawnmower chop it up, it's no longer connected to the grass that is clothed, that got its color. As soon as the sun hit the green grass that was chopped up, the sun began to kill what already been killed. What's been killed turned colors. Now the grass don't have no cover on it, clothes on it no longer, because the grass that was green is now brown. Which one would you like your yard to look like? Green grass or brown grass? Brown grass say your yard is naked. Brown grass say you ain't taking care of your grass. Green grass symbolizes productivity. Your grass has been productive. There's some seeds beneath the ground that every time you cut off something that they got high, then the bottom causes it to keep growing. You know why you can't kill a Christian? Because you keep cutting it down from the top, but you ain't getting next to my roots. See, I've been rooted and grounded in Jesus. So the more you cut me down and talk about how I look, talk about what I don't have, the more you cause me to grow. When you cut me down on Monday, on Sunday I start growing some more. When you cut me down on the midweek service, by Saturday just